feature a real Transylvanian castle on their home improvement television show. Meanwhile, Howard had barely seen his wife for the past 6 months since he'd been stationed in Japan. His boss, Angus McKay, of McKay Security and Investigation, had asked Zoltan to accept the werebear as his new head of security so the couple could enjoy some time together. Zoltan knew that was only an excuse. For the last 3 centuries, he had served as coven master for Eastern Europe. One of his duties was protecting his constituents from the evil vampires known as malcontents, so he'd pissed off his share of enemies over the years. More recently, he'd broken up a band of malcontent human traffickers. Angus was worried they would seek revenge, so he expected Howard to do a complete overhaul of the security measures at both the castle and Zoltan's townhouse in Budapest. Zoltan had reluctantly agreed. How could he decline when Elsa had begged him to agree with such a hopeful expression? She'd been excited all day, waiting impatiently for her husband, who had arrived about an hour ago. Bad timing as far as Zoltan was concerned, since he had a secret meeting scheduled to begin in 8 minutes.
"I'm sure you're eager to be with your wife,"
he told the werebear.
"So I'll give you a tour of the castle tomorrow evening. Or if you like, my assistant Milan can give you a tour in the morning."
Howard nodded.
"I just met him upstairs. He talks a lot."
Zoltan winced inwardly. No doubt Milan had been trying his best to keep Howard from coming downstairs.
"Why don't you take one of my cars into the village? Milan can show you where the garage is."
He already offered to do that. Howard frowned.
"You know, as your new head of security, I have to tell you, I'm shocked by the lack of it around here. I've spotted only one surveillance camera outside by that iron gate. The portcullis, yes. And it's not working."
"I see. Well..." Zoltan walked toward him, motioning toward the staircase.
"We can discuss it tomorrow. Enjoy your evening."
Howard didn't budge.
"As far as I can tell, everyone in the castle knows you're a vampire."
"Yes.
And that restaurant you recommended, I called to get directions, and the guy asked if I was staying at the castle with a local vamp."
"There was no need to call. There are only 2 streets in the village and 1 restaurant. You can hardly miss it."
"That's not the point. Zoltan, how many people know you're undead?"
He shrugged.
"Quite a few, I suppose. This is Transylvania, after all." "It's too big of a risk. You should do some of that mind control stuff and erase their memories."
With a sigh, Zoltan glanced at his watch. He only had 6 minutes.
"It's their memories that provide my security. The people in this area know that they and their ancestors have been safe for generations because of me. I've protected them from Mongols, Ottoman Turks, Hungarians, Prussians, Germans, Russians, and countless gangs of thieves and brigands. The villagers would never let anyone harm me. You might call them my first line of defense."
Howard tilted his head, regarding him curiously.
"So that's why the mortals I talk to claim you're a hero. Even so, I have to object. So do I. If I'm such a bloody hero, why am I alone?"
Howard scoffed.
"How would I know? I'm worried about your lack of security, not your lack of nookie."
"Eloquently put." Zoltan motioned toward the staircase.
"And on that note, you shouldn't leave your wife waiting. I'm serious about this, Zoltan. It doesn't matter how many loyal friends you have. It takes only one enemy to kill you."
"Indeed." Zoltan gestured again toward the stairs.
"We can discuss my imminent demise tomorrow. Have a good evening." "Why do I get the feeling you don't want me down here?"
Howard asked.
"He doesn't want you to see me,"
a voice said from a dark corner. With a groan, Zoltan turned toward the vamp who had just teleported in.
"You're early." "I'm starving."
He stepped into the light, dropped an empty ice chest on the table, and retrieved a bottle of synthetic blood from the full ice chest. Howard stiffened.
"Russell."
The ex-Marine gave him a wry look as he wrenched the top off the bottle.
"Howard."
He took a long drink. Howard's gaze narrowed on the items on the table, then switched to Zoltan.
"How long have you been supplying him?"